Area residents got a rare second opportunity to voice concerns to their legislators over the weekend. More on that, plus Ferdinand Town Manager Chris James is tonight's guest for Monday with the Town Manager, and Mel Schrader and Janet Klemper discuss the upcoming opening of the Jarvik Heart exhibit at the DuBois County Museum tonight on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We begin with tragedy in northern Martin County as a Daviess County toddler is killed after being hit by a car along US 231. Martin County Sheriff's deputies say they were called to an area along the highway south of Martin County Road 1050 North just before 11:30 Saturday morning. Deputies say 30-year-old Eric Strange of Lagodi had been going northbound on US 231 in his 2012 Toyota Camry when 17-month-old Aliyah Curtis of Odin ran out into the road for an unknown reason. Strange could not slow down in time to avoid hitting Curtis, according to authorities. Curtis was taken to Daviess Community Hospital by ambulance and she was pronounced dead at the hospital. Strange was not injured in this accident. His vehicle sustained minimal damage. Authorities say drugs and alcohol did not factor into this accident, and the northbound lane of US 231 was closed for about 3 hours on Saturday afternoon while police investigated and reconstructed the crash. Business is booming when it comes to Stellar Communities projects in Huntingburg. City officials gave their first quarterly report to the state on their projects last week. Mayor Denny Spinner says bids for the first Stellar project, which would extend 9th Street west from Skyline Drive to Monkhouse Drive, came in on Tuesday. Spinner says several local companies bid on the project, and the apparent low bid was $300,000 less than what engineers estimated that the project would cost. Spinner says those bids are a good sign for the rest of the projects.
This is just the start of the Stellar process with that project, and to have the first project come in significantly under the proposed budget, I think is just an omen to what can happen for the rest of the way down the trail, that we see a competitive process in place. People are interested in investing in Huntingburg, and I just think it's going to be something that gives us great momentum moving forward.
The Huntingburg Redevelopment Commission will consider the bids at their next meeting tomorrow. The 9th Street project is scheduled to be done at the end of September, just over a year after Huntingburg received the Stellar designation from the state. Spinner says this will be the shortest time frame for a project's completion since the Stellar Communities program was launched in 2010. Area residents got a rare second chance to address their concerns with legislators. A large crowd gathered at the Center for Technology, Innovation and Manufacturing at VUJC Saturday morning to discuss issues with everything from roads to education and even cable bills. District 74 Representative Lloyd Arnold was among those in attendance Saturday. Arnold touched on the main issues, but his biggest concern has been the ongoing casino bill under House Bill 1540. Arnold had voiced concerns about how much money the French Lick Resort and Casino would lose with the bill. However, he says recent changes have addressed several of those concerns.
It's not really about the casino to me. It's just to make sure those two hotels survive, because it's a historical preservation icon. It's a landmark, across the country. So I just want to ensure that those two things can continue to do well, and also to make sure that we don't lose the money that we're getting based on the percentage of what we were getting already in our local communities, because we've been getting it for so many years. It'd be catastrophic. Some of our communities, you're talking, several hundreds of thousands of dollars out of our budgets, and that's just something that it'd be very difficult for us to take that kind of blow or impact.
Arnold also discussed the need for less testing overall in schools. On the whole, Arnold says things have gone well for him thus far this session, a trend that should continue in the second half.
I feel very good about it. The legislation, the bills that I have are moving very well. Not all of them, but some of them that are important, and really the almost everything. There's not been too much controversial things. There's been a few. Obviously, we heard the superintendent bill is very controversial. There's a common construction wage bill that's controversial, but for the most part, it's been a very good session and getting some good things done.
Others in attendance were District 48 Senator Mark Messmer and District 63 Representative Mike Braun. And finally tonight, what better way to close out a weekend of St. Patrick's Day festivities than with a parade? The town of Ireland held its annual St. Patrick's Day parade yesterday. Jasper Engines and Transmissions took home the Best Float honors yesterday. Other winners were the Girl Scouts of Southwestern Indiana as Best Marching Unit. The Ireland Mayor for a Day with 86-year-old Alan Brescher aboard won the Most Enthusiastic honors. Most Traveled went to Ed and Betty Rose for their 1961 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. The Lucky Clovers won in the Best Horse category. Best Antique category went to Schwenk Ag Repair. And Ireland Elementary's PTO group was honored as the Most Irish Theme. Now, you will be able to watch the parade in its entirety here on 18 WJTS. It will air Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. and again this upcoming Sunday at 3 p.m. All right, coming up after the break, Chris James is in next for Monday with the Town Manager, and later on, sunny skies will continue throughout the week, and one of Jasper's most famous stories will soon be immortalized at the Du Bois County Museum. We're back after this.